What's up, GG Nation, GG Legion? It's your fella again, Straussman, the GG. And I just want to thank you guys. We're so close to 6,000 views, as usual. You guys always surprise me in every single way. But it's a special impromptu podcast I have here today, and a return of the legend himself, the preacher, Dan the Man. He is back. Welcome back, Dan the Man. And we also got my buddy Kelvin joining us today as well on this special episode. It's going to be a very spontaneous episode of Golden Gun Friends. Episode
69.
Episode 5 billion.
Okay.
But I think it's really episode, I think it's 9 or 10. I don't remember. I should have checked before this. But it will be labeled on the title card there for you. But welcome to today's episode. It's
Correct
going to be a fun.
in the messages.
Yes, absolutely.
Or in the comments.
Definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Calvin, welcome to the show. How do you feel?
Thank you. Pretty good.
Nervous.
Pretty
That's
good.
cool. Dan the Man, the preacher. He's back. He is back. I told you this guy didn't die. I told you he didn't die, guys. He is back. So welcome back to the show, brother.
Thanks, man.
It's been too long. It's been too long.
It's been a long time.
Since episode 2, bro.
Yeah.
Really? It's been that long?
This has been a long time, man.
Wow.
Early this
I
year.
had short hair.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
We had short hair, but it's going to be a very spontaneous episode today, so forgive us. Usually I have a outline and we discuss certain things, but I wanted to start out with these two because I'm going to do a podcast about this later this weekend with probably Chad and Six and maybe someone else or maybe just Chad. But the Gaming Year Awards are coming up really quick. I think it's next week, if I'm not mistaken, or the week after. I think it's next week. And these top 5 games are nominated, which we'll read them off to you if you can't see. Sorry for the camera and lighting, blah, blah, blah. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, which I heard is absolutely incredible.
It is. It
PUBG
really is.
Battlegrounds, which is kind of a beta still, which I don't understand why this is kind of on here. Persona 5, as you guys know.
Best RPG of the year.
It is definitely definitely on here, and I told you that this game was fantastic, guys. And then Horizon Zero Dawn. Out of your guys' opinion, seriously, what do you think will win? You think it's the big...
I think it's Nintendo's year.
You think anybody beats that juggernaut?
No.
Legend of Zelda.
Anybody beats Legend of Zelda? Because honestly, I think Super Mario Odyssey hurts Legend of Zelda a lot because it steals votes from it.
For the simple fact, also, Mario Odyssey sold 2 million copies in less than a week.
I think in 2 days or something.
So compared to Breath of the Wild, how long it took to sell that many copies between the Switch and the Wii U.
I don't know. It's a very good thing. And the thing is, I don't know how much percent of the fan vote they take from here.
Right.
Definitely go on the website. Go vote. You can. It's videogameawards.com. You could vote. They have every single category on here. I just wanted to have this up here and just talk a little bit with these guys. Personally, you guys know what I want to win Game of the Year. Persona 5. I'm just happy
I thought it was
that
Mario.
it's nominated, but I think it's going to be between 2 games. It's going to be between Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn. It comes down to those 2. I don't think PUBG has a big fan base. Don't kill me. Do not kill me. Has a big fan base, but this seems very odd to be thrown on here.
It is.
Since there's no actual sales data at all in this game. And to a point where it's not even technically out yet. I know it's coming out to Xbox One really soon. But it's really an interesting category, and I think this is significantly great for JRPGs and Persona 5. This is absolutely amazing. So many people I've told about this game and the Persona series in general. As you guys know, I seem to bring it up in every podcast or every video I make, and it has really spoken to a lot of people. I get a lot of messages, get a lot of people telling me how amazing it is. Kelvin, who played a little bit of it, you definitely need to finish it. I hope you definitely finish it.
Yeah.
Dan knows just me from spewing it all the time. But you guys seriously just think it's just that easy? It's just Breath of the Wild, cake and butter, or has the mystique worn off?
I think Mario Odyssey has a better shot than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just seems overall just a better game, game experience. Yeah.
Ooh.
There's
Earmuffs, buddy, earmuffs. I haven't played it yet. I definitely need to pick it up. I will be getting Xenoblade 2 tomorrow for you guys, so we will be doing some gameplay on that. Shameless plug. But do you... And I'll have unboxing because it is the special edition as well. But, what has changed your mind so much about Legend of Zelda that you just feel like Mario just stole its thunder? The timing or the gameplay experience, or you just like Mario better than Link? Be honest.
As of right now, Mario just seems like the better game overall. Just gameplay, it brings everything that I remember from the original 64 Mario.
Honestly, I walked into a Best Buy a few days ago and I saw someone playing it and I'm like, dude, this is like totally Super Mario 64.
Yeah, or Sunshine.
It has that feeling to it.
Yeah.
That amazing feeling which a lot of people didn't have with 3D Land or 3D World, which I actually adore those games. I really enjoy those games a lot. I think those are great 3D Marios. And there's always this big debate, is Mario 2D, 3D? He's one of the few characters that has done great in both. Yeah. So what do you think, Dan the Man? You still gonna hinder on Zelda? I know you don't play as much games as us, but you just, out of these 5, and your just collective thoughts of where you used to work at said place.
Glorified Toy Store. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've seen these games once or twice. I have no idea about anything Mario. It sounds cool. I just saw that one trailer and it just looked really weird.
It is a little out there. It is a little out there. I mean.
Yeah.
At some point, there's like a dinosaur, and then it's like, okay. Well.
It's actually at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, the dinosaur. Oh, okay.
And then you have the city where Mario can run around and he's like a midget and everybody's like normal sized and stuff.
I haven't gotten to that part yet, but
he's jumping on their heads and stuff. It's funny.
But it works. It works really well.
It's just the thing. Nintendo has this mystique about it that it can kind of get away. Do you think it's overrated at all, though? Do you think
not at all? I think that every single praise.
You think it's just because it's Zelda and Mario gets automatic 10 out of 10? Do you really believe? I think some editors do kind of do that. Reviewers will just, but is the game really that good in your opinion?
It is. It really is. It's one of the best Mario games I've played. Ever. Like my favorite Mario games is Super Mario World for the SNES.
Super NES.
Yeah. So.
I was about to say the same thing.
So now, honestly, I will put this in top 3 easily.
Top 3 of all.
Top 3 Mario games easily. And this is where we edit.
No, we're good. Just keep going. Just ignore it. I don't know what the hell it's saying. It's an update that my computer wants to do right now. Bad computer.
Zelda is clearly the obvious choice because it came.
You played a little bit of it here.
I played 30 minutes of it and it was super addicting.
You could not put it down.
Yeah, I know.
You were talking shit about it the whole time, and then you picked it up and you played it. And you're
Zelda usually isn't my kind of game, but that one it was just so.
Because it's an open world experience.
Exactly, you can go from anywhere you go.
And
you know that it's one of those games where the upgrades and stuff are going to work, and you want to keep doing it, the hunting and all that stuff. It has a very I love that kind of simple RPG where it's not like you really have to put so much time into it.
That's always been the biggest debate. Is Zelda really an RPG? In a lot of ways it is, but it's not considered.
It's very light RPG.
It's never considered.
Recently it's an RPG because you got to level up and do this and stuff like that.
Build your gear up, everything like that, find the towers. Let's go into was there anything video games you guys are looking forward to coming out? I know you guys know I'm super stoked for Xenoblade, not just because of the boobs, but Xenoblade. I mean, it looks fantastic.
The new God of War game coming out. I'm pretty excited for that one. And then what else? Yeah, that's it so far. Oh, Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man game.
Oh, Spider-Man, true.
The new Spider-Man. What'd you think of that trailer, man?
The
newest Spider-Man trailer?
I have not seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet. It's fantastic. They showed a lot. You can roam around a little bit. Sony's done a really good job with their games lately where it's kind of like an open world experience and it's an open world experience that you could move around in this world. It's living, breathing animals, stuff like that. Side quests. A lot of different stuff. I know a lot of Sony games are going that route. Mm-hmm. And how do you guys feel about a lot of games kind of doing that? They kind of have this open world sandbox. Is it overwhelming sometimes? In my opinion, yes, I kind of wish every game wasn't like that now. Like, I enjoy the free roaming thing, but I have a problem, and I like doing all the side quests, and that could be a chore.
Right.
That could be a chore. I don't go right through the story. I could easily do that with Breath of the Wild and stuff, but that takes the mystique away from me, takes the mystique away from Witcher, takes the mystique away from Horizon. But a lot of games are kind of going in that direction. Do you kind of feel overwhelmed a little bit? Like, in this day and age, we're buying so many games now that we never get to finish all of them. Like,
it's like I felt the same thing with Skyrim. Like, I did mostly just side quests. I barely even touched the main storyline. I beat one DLC storyline, but other than that, I have not beaten the main quest.
Yeah.
And the game's almost 5 years old, 6 years old now?
it's older than that. It's like 8 years old.
2011. So
It's up there. And it just dropped on the Switch, which is interesting, where you can
play it on the go.
You can play it on the go, and then you can use the amiibo to get Link stuff, which doesn't look right. It doesn't look good in Skyrim. But fantastic game. It's amazing how that game is still relevant in this day and age where it's like the Switch is doing so well, 2.6 million copies and everything like that. What do you think, Dan the Man?
Definitely not overwhelming.
Yeah.
I love any game where it's open world because it's really, games when I was younger, it wasn't as immersive. So I wanted to do pretty much I wanted to jump across a tree for no reason, just because, kids want to have fun. And you couldn't do that. And now you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Did you do that in real life?
Well, that's how you learn.
You live and learn, right?
It almost seems like, if you had a health bar, you went from full to empty in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Or took
a wait, I don't have more choice.
HP 0.
That quick. Yeah, but I love, all the different things. What really bothers me is when it's an open world, but it's not everything doesn't seem finished. It's like, okay, well, they have a bunch of side quests, but it's really random. There's no point to it, and a bunch of stuff just keeps coming up for no reason. Watch Dogs 2 had that going on.
Skyrim did that quite a bit too. You just pick up a random note from the table. All of a sudden, you got a random side quest. Like, son of a bitch, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. Witcher kind of has a lot of that too, and then some of those side quests keep going. Like it's a part 1 of 17, and then you're going on this long journey, which is cool and interesting. I don't think linear games are as bad, and the reason why I say that is I just beat Uncharted Lost Legacy because I realized I got it for free. I was looking at the Black Friday deals, and I bought the Uncharted 4 Season Pass way long time ago before it got canned. Remember, they just canned it completely? But I never knew because no one talked about it. Nobody on GameFAQs, nobody on NeoGAF or anything, or even people when I was still working at a said place. Nobody talked about Lost Legacy being free if you bought the season pass. So I was just looking at the Black Friday deals, and I'm like, dude, Uncharted Lost Legacy is for free. And my buddy Steve's like, no, it's not, dude. I have to pay $20. I'm like, dude, seriously, it is free. I'm downloading it right now. And then he's like, dude, I just looked. It's not free. Wow. And then I looked it up on my phone, and yes, if you guys have, as you guys know, if you guys have the Season 4 Uncharted 4 Season Pass, you get Lost Legacy for free. And I just beat that game a couple days ago, and probably one of the best endings to a video game, period. The Uncharted series is such a fantastic ride, and it opens it up a little bit. There's one in Chapter 4 you can ride around this whole map a little bit, but it's not so big that
it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming, and I think linear experiences are still good. As long as you tell me a good story, you have great character development, and you have boobs. No, I'm joking.
It's example, The Last of Us.
Yes.
It's a very linear game, but it's one of the best games
Another
I've ever played.
Naughty Dog game. But probably one of the best experiences in a game that won over 200 Game of the Year awards. I mean, it's fantastic. Brutal is... What did you think of that Last of Us 2 trailer?
Oh, that was brutal. That was beautiful.
You see that, Dallas?
Beautiful.
What did you think about that?
It was awesome.
Women getting beat, yes!
Wait, which one?
The Last of Us 2.
New one?
Yeah, the new one.
They released a new trailer.
Weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that, no.
Oh, it is brutal,
yes,
but I love it. I love that world. I love that game, and it's messed up.
It felt so realistic in a sense. Like if the world ended, I would feel that it will go to that route.
As you guys know me from anyone, from wherever, like said place or just know me in general, I'm not a big time graphics whore. I like pretty graphics, but I rather enjoy a great story than more than anything. But the graphics on Last of Us Part 2 were unreal. Like, you could see the musculature of this girl. You could see the pores. You could see her abs when they lifted her shirt up, like how ripped she was and jacked. Do you really think this is Ellie's mom, though? That everyone is saying?
No.
He says no.
I never heard that theory.
So. That is the theory going around, that this is like a flashback and that's Ellie's mom. And that's why they point the knife at her, even though they have gutted everybody.
Right.
They gut you, as you see in the previous shot, people are gutted and guts are hanging out. That's why they put the knife to her on her abdomen, because she's pregnant with Ellie at the time. That's the theory going around. I don't know yet. I mean, that's what a lot of people think it is. I don't know. Let them tell the story, guys.
We all thought that Ellie was Joel's daughter, but in reality, it was not Joel's daughter.
Well, that story ends up becoming father and daughter because he has finally accepted her as one of his own.
Well, at least in my case, I thought that was his biological daughter. But the intro from the first one,
to this day, that still gets me. When that happens to that said character, I'm like,
yeah.
And I just feel bad, and you just see how old and rugged, and you see how standoffish he is to Ellie at first, but then he warms up, and you could tell he really cares about her, and they become family. Are you excited that we're going on this journey with them again, or did you want newer people?
I'm good with the same characters because it's not a direct sequel in the sense that it takes place months after, if not it takes years after the first one. So we're just gonna see a brand new experience. Pretty sure the virus is still relevant some way, somehow.
Well, yeah, definitely that looked like a flashback to me, possibly. I don't know, maybe it's a new character. Well, it's definitely a new character, but we'll see if this character is relevant or not. It seemed
how relevant it is.
Yeah, well, it's voiced by Laura Bailey, so I'm assuming it's going to be pretty relevant because she's almost in every Naughty Dog thing, and she does she's Nadine in Lost Legacy. She's in everything. She's in so much anime and stuff. Laura Bailey's been everywhere. She was Fetch in Infamous Second Son as well.
Okay.
So she has a big history with Sony and everything like that. So let's switch it up a little bit. Any more games you guys want to talk about? Anything you look forward to 2018? I know you said God of War. That's a big one. That's going to be good. Beyond Two Souls, I'm excited. Not Beyond Two Souls, I'm sorry. Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
I'm very, very stoked. That new trailer was sick. Sick in the right way and the wrong way. Very much the wrong way in a lot of ways, too. The choices you got to make are insane. I cannot wait to have that game in my hands. Especially it's part of my city, and I love that.
You can see how crappy it is again.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
What's up, Detroit?
Definitely.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Definitely excited for Spider-Man as well. I'm getting Xenoblade tomorrow. I've been really looking forward to that one.
Which is the game that Kojima's making?
Death Stranding.
Is this 2018 or 19? Because that game looks
To be
good.
honest, they're loaded so much right now, I don't think that will be 2018, to be honest with you. I mean, their 2018 is going to start so strong like their 2017 did. It's almost, no offense to, I own an Xbox One, no offense to Microsoft.
I'm really, an Xbox fanboy, so.
It's really a shame. There's nothing, like when the Xbox One X came out, there was not that definitive game you needed to buy to make that game shine. It was supposed to be Crackdown 3, then it got pushed back. But Sony is really doing it with their studios, man. Ghost of Tsushima, they're announcing. There's a lot of rumors that PlayStation Experience, which is the day after the Game Awards, there's rumors that Devil May Cry is going to be announced and Soul Calibur 6.
As exclusives, or?
Devil May Cry might be exclusive, and Soul Calibur 6 will be exclusive to the Switch and PlayStation 4. No Xbox version confirmed yet. They're all rumors. It could all be bullshit. So don't worry. But it's a rumor we've heard a long time, because I know for a long time the guy that voices Dante and Johnny Young Bosch, who voices Nero, they uploaded a picture a couple years ago of them in mocap suits in a game they were making. So it has to be Devil May Cry 5. And after the special edition of Devil May Cry 4 that brought Virgil and everybody back, Lady and Trish and everybody's back. So there's a high probability that game's really true. That is really true. Soul Calibur 6 I definitely think is true because they wanted to do something for the 20th anniversary. End up being a pachinko machine. A lot of people were upset with that.
Same thing with what they do with Metal Gear Solid 5, I think it was.
Yes, it's very much a Japanese thing they do. But it's because they have nothing to show,
right?
Per se, and that was the rumor was it was supposed to have a combat system like Mortal Kombat X where it had variants, and just was not working for Soul Cal, so they took it out. So now they're ready to reveal it now.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. What guest characters would you like to see in that game? Because they were the OGs with guest characters with Link, with Soul Calibur 2, Spawn,
but they didn't bring any, for 5. They didn't bring any special character.
Yeah, did right? Ezio.
Oh, that's right.
Ezio was in 5, yeah. And 3 was supposed to be Dante from Devil May Cry, but he kind of
backed out.
It didn't work. Well, the deal didn't go through, so they didn't have time to put him in. So who did you want, Dan? Because they're putting the Ninja Turtles in Justice 2. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah, and Justice 2 is going to have Ninja Turtles. It already has Hellboy. It already has Raiden and Sub-Zero. So who would you like to see?
The first one had Scorpion, right? The first
the first one had Scorpion. And who would you like to see as a guest character for Soul Calibur?
Someone who completely doesn't fit in, like a stormtrooper.
They already did that though. They had Darth Vader. They had Darth Vader. They already did that. That'd be cool. I would like to see. I think they would go the conventional route for PlayStation 4, and it would be the Bloodborne Hunter.
That would be pretty interesting.
For PS4, Switch will probably be Link again because they're afraid to put anybody else in.
Imagine Mario or Samus.
And if they have an Xbox version, it would be funny as hell because they would have to figure somebody out.
You know, it'd be cool
to do like a Star Wars.
To see your General ROM, like how they did for Killer Instinct.
Yeah, it'd be. It's just funny because I just hate to say it, but a lot of the Microsoft mascots, it's a lot of shooter guys. There's not a lot of adventure games.
They had Fable.
Maybe they should put Ori in the Blind Forest. Like he'll be a central character.
Well, they had Fable, but they closed down the studio. They could have put the main character for Fable.
It's a real shame. It's a real shame because I like.
Fable's a great game.
I really like the Fable series, but it was never going anywhere. And then they turned it into like a chess game a little bit, like
that was kind of weird, like
a 5-on-1.
Once Peter Molyneux left, they cut that game.
But he had his issues too because he would do outlandish things like, "Oh, you're gonna be able to do all this."
And
blah blah blah.
The game came out.
You can't do none of that.
I mean, come on, he was a visionary. That's kind of what you want.
No, you're right, but it's just funny how studios work like this, and you can't. Like, it's not easy to do. Like, people don't know that other side. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, that game is being well received, Game of the Year, obviously. That took 6 years.
Yeah.
6 years to make that game.
I hear that's not that uncommon, though, when it comes to
it's normal with Sony, and that's why I appreciate them for letting their things bake, man. It's like, dude, it's all right, because now people, like, get this because of E3. A lot of people are like, oh, my God, their plan has changed. It seems like PlayStation Experiences where they reveal all the new stuff.
Right.
And then E3 is just all the stuff they're going to sell in September through December. Which is smart marketing, but people, like, because that E3 we had a couple years ago with all the white whales with Shenmue 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and, Last Guardian.
Yeah, like, Shenmue 3, I'm so excited for that one.
It's going to be epic. Yeah. You think they're going to do a remaster 1 and 2?
Well, there's been rumors because apparently they've released the achievement list or trophy list.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that too. So, you bastards, let that get you make that game right now. Like, it's just really interesting about like where the state of the industry is in gaming and how relevant it is and how big it is now. There's so many exciting games and experiences, and I hope 2018 will be a better year for Microsoft. I hope they have a lot more exclusives and stuff.
Because Halo and Gears of War
but it just seems so good for Sony, man.
Hell, even for the Switch.
And the Switch is selling so well. Like, they sold 2.6 million units like this last holiday. Well, not holiday, but like last month, like in October, which is impressive. And now for them to have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 out, like a nice JRPG out this year of it being announced is an achievement. It is outstanding. It's getting pretty good reviews. it's interesting to see where we go forward, because what we all originally thought of the Switch, right? We're expected to see Xenoblade Chronicles X remastered,
right.
Smash Brothers remastered, all these games remastered on the Switch, but they didn't do that at all, really.
That was a big issue between the PS4 and the Xbox One. We've seen a lot of remastered for both consoles. We've seen The Last of Us, God of War 3.
And now we got a Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
But that, don't you dare say anything negative.
That
really looks really fantastic. Good. It looks great. Really, but you're right.
Like it.
And I understand, but a lot of the Sony remasters are games of like 14 years old. Like a lot of the games,
not
like
The Last of Us,
not Last of Us,
not God of War 3.
No, that was an odd one. I didn't expect that one. I didn't expect God of War. Last of Us, I do, because I won 200 game of the year. You can't like leave that game.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about Super Smash Bros. That has like 70 characters, has Cloud, Bayonetta, and it's sitting right here. It's on the Wii U. It's not on this. We need it on here. We need it on here, and I expect announcement of it sometime.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this E3.
Okay,
I would not doubt it.
Wasn't it tricky though when it came to the new Smash Bros? Because weren't they selling the amiibos and that's how you unlock the character?
No, the amiibos it was just for you to train your character.
They literally did nothing but train your character.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So just to level.
Literally, literally, if you got them to like 40, they would just kill you. They're that good. They were that good. It's like, damn it, this damn amiibo always wins.
This guy trained his Fox amiibo and it won 3rd place in a tournament.
Okay.
So that's how OP.
That's how good. Yeah. And then that's how he got kicked out of the tournament.
No,
dude, you can't put an amiibo.
No, he got eliminated. That's what happened.
Got
eliminated.
I still wouldn't agree with that. I'm like, dude, you play. You don't like your robot.
Well, technically, that's his playstyle. That's his playstyle. That's
He's defending
playstyle.
him. He's defending.
I'm not defending. It's literally the
hey guys,
playstyle.
the foxes.
It's my playstyle, guys. I'll just let my Link battle. Harsh, Kelvin. Harsh.
That cost him $3.
Yes, it did. They're more expensive than that.
They are. Actually,
they're way more. And I'm an idiot. I buy 2 of each so I can open one. Yeah, of course.
Not all of them. There's certain characters that they stopped making. Like I've never seen KDD ever being re-released ever.
You might be right. Some of them might not be released, but the amiibo trade's still going. I'm shocked there's none for Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Especially with those boobs.
Because they made 4 for Fire Emblem, right? They made the 2-pack for Fire Emblem, and then they made the 1 for the Switch.
But it didn't come out right away, right? Like, the game came out first, and then Fire Emblem Warriors came out first, but they came out much after, like a month later. Mm-hmm. So maybe a month later, or a few months later, we'll see.
The main character for Xenoblade on the Switch. I mean, on Smash.
Yeah, Shulk, because he ended up being a character in Smash Brothers, that's why. It's really interesting, I'm excited to be a gamer. I've played so many great experiences this year. Horizon, Persona. I beat Uncharted Lost Legacy. That was a fantastic game. I need to beat Breath of the Wild. There's so many others I need to beat. But I'm finally kind of getting through the backlog. And the backlog is real, man. It's super real. Mm-hmm. And I keep adding to it because, Xenoblade's coming. I'm ready to dive into that. I keep talking about that, but I'm ready. I need another... I had the itch to play Persona 5 again, and I was going to dive back in and do my Platinum run.
But do you have it for the PS3 or no?
I actually do. I have it sealed right here.
Why don't you do that one and then do a Platinum run?
I could, but that'd be selfish. Maybe one day. I bought this one, honestly. It sounds stupid. I bought it to keep it sealed because it's going to be rare.
I do the same thing.
They don't make PS3 games as much as they used to. The PS4 copy is abundance of. Mm-hmm. And it's honestly, it just really warms my heart and makes this Golden God very happy that this is nominated for Game of the Year. Even though it probably won't win it, the fact that it's on this list proves that turn-based JRPGs are not dead.
I think it will win the RPG category.
I think it will win art and music. I think that's the two it will win.
And if there's one for RPG, I'm pretty sure that it'll win that one.
The funny thing is, I think there might be a RPG one, but I think it has Final Fantasy 15 on it, which is a game of last year, not this year.
I thought it came out in March.
September 2016.
Oh, okay. Really? And is it this year?
It's put in this year, yeah. I can scroll down the list right now. It's right there. Which is kind of like, no offense to 15. I need to finish it, I know.
No, honestly, Persona 5, it's
a much better experience. The characters you love so much. And plus, great waifus. Great waifu material. It's amazing. So let's get to what Dan the Man loves. Movies. What do you want to talk about? Movies. The Room? Let's talk about The Room.
The Room. Actually, I do want to talk about The Room.
The Disaster Artist?
Yeah, the Disaster Artist. I want to see that really, really bad, man.
I converted him. I remember in episode 2 of Going On Friends podcast, and I remember this only because I rewatched it yesterday, that you were not in favor of James Franco making the Disaster Artist.
Was I not?
Yep. You were just like, no, it's going to be terrible. You had such a negative view of The Room.
No, yeah, it's an awful, awful movie. I respect it for what it is. People like it, but they like Love Actually. That's an awful movie also. I saw Love Actually. I regret every minute.
Love Actually, no. Does not ring a bell at all.
Well, for people who watch movies, Love Actually is supposed to be a big one. It was awful.
And the views are dwindling.
Yeah.
The views are dwindling.
No, they're going up. Leave your comments on the section below. Say how great The Room is and how great Love Actually.
The Room is fantastic, but the Disaster Artist, man, it got like a 90% in Rotten Tomatoes or something, right? It's like certified fresh or whatever.
Yeah.
Like certified fresh. So
I don't pay attention to any of that, but it looks good. My eye critics and ear critics say that it looks pretty good. It's interesting.
It looks. It looks just as
craziness.
funny. Well, you know what it's about, right? The guy that played Mark, the guy you hated so much.
Johnny was on.
No. Mark. The guy that was banging Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing up bad memories for Kelvin. Sorry.
Yeah, because he wrote a book, right?
He wrote the book Disaster Artist. He won a whole bunch of book awards, like Pulitzers, I think, and stuff like that. He won a whole bunch. But it was on his experience of making that movie. Yeah. And then James Franco was like, let's make a movie into it. And it took him a while, but they finally convinced Tommy Wiseau. I think he was just on Jimmy Kimmel yesterday or something.
Was he really?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's funny. I tagged a couple friends in it. Maybe I'll tag you in it because it's just funny he's there. And he's... That same acting you see, it's just who he is.
Yeah.
It's just how he talks to
he
normal.
wrote it.
Yeah.
Those are his words coming out of their mouths.
Well, I'm just saying, like, people that think of actors and stuff, like, they're not those actual characters on screen.
Wait, what?
Tommy Wiseau is, for sure. He's that dude. Like, what you see on camera of me, that's me. That's just legitimately who I am. Like, if you meet me in person, that's just how I am. That's just who I am. Not welcome at libraries, for sure. Definitely not welcome there. But... Like, what made you want to see that, Dan? Like, you're so excited because what made you flip the script? Just your eyes?
When I first, in my ears, when I first heard about The Room, it was over the hype of it, and it was supposed to be this big movie. Everyone loved it, but because it was such a bad movie.
Did I hype it up wrong, Dalek? I think I hyped it up appropriately, right?
Yeah. The funniest movie alive.
Yeah, it's the best comedy in the universe.
Well, it fascinates me because everyone loved it. It was awful for me to watch. I thought it was awful.
Well, it's a different kind of love, Dan. It's not love like this is an award-winning movie. Yeah. We know it's very bad, but it's just hilarious, bro.
I can't watch it like that.
It's just so damn funny.
Is it an actual comedy or what?
No, it's trying to be super serious.
It's a dramatic movie. Like it's
this is the funniest scene where he's just like, I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
That's literally
that is the line.
That's line by line. It's like, if you can think of nonsensical things that never make sense. Just awful tempo.
I got a new one.
But no, it's awful. But I'm fascinated by, the making of it and the history of it and just because it's an interesting story.
Deep down, Dan the Man says he hates it, but he loves it so much. It's ingrained in his head.
I lose sleep over it.
He wakes up in a cold sweat. Gosh,
thinking about it.
The Room.
I'm wishing I had that dress with me. Because I'm feeling some type of
And it's funny, and I understood what you meant in that episode now.
What?
How you didn't see it that way.
Yeah.
As you didn't see him humping the dress.
Yeah.
That's what I saw and found hilarious. But what you saw was a man broken.
Yeah.
And that's... You're weird.
I was watching the movie for how he wanted me to watch the movie, and I'm like, this is awful.
I give Dan the Man a lot of credit like that because he wants to be a director. I've said this numerous times on the podcast with him.
Porn star director?
Yeah. Which is not very hard to do.
We'll get goal. Baby steps.
But eventually we will do some skits on the channel. Eventually I'm hoping to do. So he get to test out his directing skills eventually. But now I kind of see it in his vision, or most of us see it Dalek and I's way, and Kelvin will definitely see it my way when he watches it. He's like, this is hilarious. Because you can tell it's bad from scene 1. Yeah. But, man, it's funny. It is hilarious as shit. It's just good.
So I see it as a guy's, passion. His work, he put effort into this, and it's going down in flames.
Yeah, where he put effort where the first film crew left. Yeah, and then the second film crew was like, dude, do we have to be here? Cha-ching! Yes, you gotta be here.
Wow, that bad of a...
You gotta see it.
Wait till you see it, dude. It's great. It was funny because I told him, I hyped him up, and we had the podcast, and dude, he took it so seriously. I was like, dude, it was supposed to be a funny comedy. He's like, no, this is not so bad. It's good. It's not that. I'm like, dude, I don't think about it that way. Think of it's
cried,
not supposed
to. It was that bad.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious.
It's really.
They
have
No, you know what's bad is the movie you suggested after that. That's Birdemic. Don't watch that. That's not
Yeah. That's a
holy
gem.
crap. You want to talk about bad? That is bad.
Did you see it?
I watched someone review it. I watched JonTron review it, and holy crap, I'm like, is this really a movie? But it wasn't funny.
No, it was just really bad.
Yeah, where Tommy Wiseau, it's funny because he's trying so hard. You can see it. Like, Lisa, I love you. Lisa, oh hi, doggy.
Are the cuts that bad between the?
Literally, there's a flower shop scene. I swear to God, he must have only paid for 30 seconds of it because he is just rushed out. And he's just like, oh, hi, how you doing? Bye, doggy. Ooh.
Yeah, and the thing is, every scene starts with, oh, hi, and then ends pretty much with, bye. That's
really
dialogue from a person whose English wasn't his first language. So
let's go home, Denny. Let's go home, Denny. And
then there's a gem, man. Denny is strange character.
The thing is, how do you feel in the Disaster Artist of James Franco's brother Dave Franco being Mark? I feel like that's very weird, odd. Yeah. I find it very... Mark's a tall, slender dude, and Dave Franco is our height. Yeah. He's a small guy. He might even be shorter than us.
Well, I'm not small.
Well, how tall are you? 5'8"? 5'7"?
I'm 6'4". No.
I was about to say, guy, jeez,
I'm 5'10".
Okay, I'm 5'7", so I guess I'm
we're
short.
about the same height, yeah.
So, but I think he's our height. He's around that. He's not a tall dude.
No, he's probably shorter because, honestly, I hear a lot of these Hollywood actors are a little bit shorter.
I know, because they hire midgets.
But if you see it, usually shorter people have better faces.
Mm. Oh, thanks.
Hey,
I mean, I didn't want to say anything.
Golden God.
Keep talking. In a second from now, I'm drinking as red as your shirt.
But
now the secret's out.
It's weird. It's weird. I wonder if they're gonna explore more of if they're gonna have a different actor for Denny and all those people. I'm pretty sure they will. But
did you see? They showed a couple of
I haven't. I only saw one scene, and it was that rooftop scene where he reduced because he couldn't read the line right, and he kept redoing it. So I'm excited to see it too. I'm excited to see the Disaster Artist.
There's a rooftop where a lot of scenes take place in the movie. And it has the skyline of San Francisco. And what's really funny is they put a green screen.
It's bad. I mean, it is horrible.
Same view to put the view on it, but to make it look professional. That's the kind of effort he put into the movie.
Wow.
And the guy that edited the movie, if you're listening to this, we're sorry. It's great. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. He's just crying right now. You son of a bitch.
He didn't know his job was done yet. He thought he had 6 more months to work on it. They're like, oh no, it's released. He's like, oh, I'm not done. The flower scene is so awkward.
Or they're like, hey, can you do all this in a day? No. Here. I can't do it all in a day.
He seems qualified, right?
Yeah, and it's just an interesting movie. And I know episode 2, if you guys wanna, I'll post it down below if you guys wanna see it again. Should definitely go back. Dan the man and I, we have such an amazing conversation about that and various other things. Let's talk about Guillermo del Toro, because The Shape of Water comes out tomorrow.
It looks like a phenomenal movie.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So you like interspecies relations
all the time?
All the time. I mean,
but you know what? You know who that is, right?
Wait, which one? What
is this? From my understanding, it's like a theory that's the aqua thing from Hellboy.
It's Abe from Hellboy.
Oh, it is from. Okay, it's from Hellboy. Oh, I had that feeling when I saw the trailer.
It's totally Abe from Hellboy. I don't know if they're gonna consider it.
I don't think so.
But I think
so. No.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good. But it's clearly that, because remember in Hellboy 2, he talks about a woman that he fell in love with, and that's the girl.
Okay. That's interesting.
Blew your mind, right? Golden God and Friends.
But yeah, I mean, I spend easily $11 to get into a dark corner to watch.
It has like a 98%.
Yeah,
in Rotten Tomatoes. Like it's great.
Man.
I always like Guillermo del Toro.
I love his movies.
Yeah, and very dark, interesting, but good writing. Like the thing is not like it's just dark, and he's trying to be gory. It's actually really good.
And there's a reasoning behind the gore, I guess, or the darkness behind the movies.
The guy's a very special dude. He's a really amazing human being, very nice person.
I'm just upset that they canceled 2 of his games.
Yeah, but he's in Death Stranding.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's actually a character in Death Stranding. They mocapped him and everything.
So I can finally hug him.
They put the balls on his face.
You ever seen So It's Sunny in Philadelphia?
That's one of my favorite shows.
There.
You what?
He had a cameo.
In the newest season, maybe?
No, you remember the episode where the gang was in court?
Yes.
And they had Charlie and his uncle.
Yeah.
He's the father of the weird people.
That's him?
That's him.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I can see it now.
That's him.
Yeah, where he had the bird under his hat. That was hilarious.
That's him.
That's Gilliam. Yeah. Wow, they got him in that show. That's how amazing that show is.
Great writer, director, and actor.
Yeah, he's fantastic, man.
You couldn't even tell. He was such.
Well, the makeup they had on him.
Makeup.
They had because it doesn't look like him at all.
No, he has like a full-fledged beard. He's got like a top hat.
Beard, though, doesn't he?
He always does, but like you have. I could show it to you right now. I can show it to you right now. I'll show you that episode after we're done.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty funny.
It's really hilarious episode.
Don't look!
my hands. Fantastic show. But Shape of Water looks to be a very beautiful... And I like the fact that she's mute and she can't talk.
Because not a lot of movies
and she's treated like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And... she finds this special being that actually, cares for her. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting. It's totally Abe, though. That creature's totally Abe.
Yeah, because I like the fact that not a whole lot of movies have a silent protagonist.
Like, even the rotten eggs he eats and stuff, that's Abe. Yeah. That's totally Abe.
I didn't go that deep into it, but now that you say, I'm like...
I opened your mind. That's what the Golden God does. He lets the gold shower all over you.
Golden rays.
Not again.
Not again.
I already took a shower.
Oh. I don't want to go in the shower.
But that's... I think it's going to... I would like to see it. I don't know if I'll wait. Maybe I'll go to the theater, but I do want to see it eventually.
I don't know if that's what you consider a romance movie, or what kind of movie would you consider?
It's a romance. It's totally... Okay. It's a romance in a dark place, though. Like, it's a dark romance because it's like, is this really right?
Right.
Like, is this really right? They live in a bad kind of place and time where, the secret society. It's totally Hellboy. Like, it really is. Hellboy with Abe. It's before Hellboy got there, though.
What was the Guillermo's last movie? It was something Crimson.
Pacific Rim 7.
No, it's Crimson something.
Yeah, Pacific Rim 2. I don't know. I forgot. He's doing so much. It's ridiculous. He's almost in everything, I feel like.
He's doing, he's writing a bunch of movies. Like, you wouldn't even know.
He's supposed to do a Justice League Dark. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be... Warner Brothers hired him for Justice League Dark.
Isn't he doing a series for Hulu? Or something like that?
He might be, too, yeah.
What I can't wait is he's rumored to have a Pinocchio movie coming out.
Ooh.
Like for Disney.
You like wooden little boys, don't you, Dan?
I like wooden little boys, and when they
it'd be really cool
bigger.
If he actually did the Pinocchio, but with the actual origin story, not the
Disney
I think
origin. That's what they're going for.
Mm-hmm. Well, how do you feel about all these Disney live action movies now? Did you see the cast for Lion King? What do you think?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not into I like Lion King for what it is, and the Disney movies what they are, but I don't think all of them need to be live action.
That's the trend right now.
I know. They're making buku money. Like Jungle Book made so much money.
Yeah. Cinderella did as well. Oh, not Cinderella.
Beauty and Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
But those are easy to make. Those are like, you have a real character, and then
that one, like, Beauty and the Beast was strange because it was like shot for shot.
Yeah, scene for scene. Only they extended a couple things, because they can have that dramatic, view of it. But the cartoon probably is a little bit better.
I would always say the animated.
Well, they're making a Mulan movie, right? Live action.
Yeah, they're doing them all. They're doing them all.
They're doing all the princesses.
I think so. Yeah, I believe they're doing every single Disney live action.
I'm gonna hold my money until Frozen comes out.
I will. They should do one of Aristocrats.
I love that movie. I love that. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Jungle Book is probably better. I haven't seen the live action movie yet.
They're on Netflix. They're all of them.
I've seen it, but
you don't want to watch it.
No, I do. I really do. I just haven't had the time.
No, I kind of really don't want to watch it.
The Jungle Book, like the original.
I'm not into the live action Disney movies.
No, but it's good. I'm telling you, because like some of these.
Because they're continuations, right?
They're so old. What?
Some are continuations, others are reboots.
Yeah.
Others are just remakes.
Or like shot for shot.
Yeah.
I think Jungle Book is going to be like a complete like
a reboot, right?
Yeah, they're going through the story all over again.
Yeah.
But if you like watch the cartoon, it's a little bit random.
Is it really?
Yeah, and
a little bit.
Same thing with Alice in Wonderland.
The thing about the Disney movies too, like they turned a dark tale into a more lighthearted tale.
Yeah. Pinocchio.
And now they're with the live action movies, they're trying to keep a little bit of the darkness there still, but not going there yet. They need to go full.
Well, Beauty and the Beast.
If you know what I'm saying.
I missed that one.
Yeah,
but,
so did I.
But Beauty and the Beast wasn't dark at all.
We were talking about it, and that's what they need to do. Every Disney
Orgy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Of course. Didn't they already?
Yeah.
Is there any other kind
with
of
your money,
movie?
with your freaking money?
Yeah.
Money, Disney.
We were just talking about this earlier. How Disney's buying Fox.
They're trying too hard. They're trying hard. Yeah.
That's so funny how it's like they couldn't get the rights to the certain movies for Marvel, so
but now they might. Yeah, they might now.
There's
the thing is, if they do that though, they need to leave Deadpool alone.
Which I think they will. I really think they will.
They need to leave Bob Ross alone.
That's going to be a fine line because they're going to want everything.
But you remember, they
want everything. They do.
But you got to realize that they let Marvel do their own thing. Even though they're under the Disney umbrella.
Yeah.
Marvel's still doing all the killing, all the cursing, all the whatever.
I like that too because you could tell in Justice League, which we'll spoil for Dalek right now, that Warner Brothers, they're all up in Justice League. Like
they're doing
they're
doing what they did with Fantastic Four.
It was two movies together. I really felt like you could tell Zack Snyder's parts from Josh Whedon's parts like completely.
But I loved it though. Like I feel like
I thought it was good, but it wasn't compared to the first Avengers. That one was much better.
Well, of course. I mean, that's
the build up was better. The characters were better.
They've had
the writing was better.
To build it out so people can like.
But I think this will work for them because now they prove that Aqua Bro can sell.
No, yeah, and it was great.
Ray Fisher, a cyborg, I liked him a lot. I thought he was fantastic. And then the end credit scene, which we won't spoil for Dalek or you guys.
Which
I already did for the spoiler kid.
Oh, the last end credit scene.
Where they kind of...
I missed all those.
Did you really?
I was on a date. She left like right away, so...
Drop kicker. Next time you go see any superhero movie and she walks out, drop kicker.
Dan the man, you went on a date?
I'll keep that in mind.
I'm proud of you, bro.
You wanted to go high, I went low. We just made it awkward on Kelvin.
I love it, bro. That's my buddy. Did you have some fun after that?
Did you guys have dinner at least?
Yeah.
No dinner?
We'll leave it off camera. He's shy.
No, we didn't have dinner. I'm not dropping all my knowledge on everyone.
I mean, if he drops it, dude, I'll be horrified.
Whatever, he did it to me, dick. Well, to me, that one podcast, first episode, he did it to me.
Nobody knows, though. Nobody knows.
No,
you
had to edit it out.
The best bits. I'm telling you.
I had to edit it out.
Gold.
That's episode 0, right?
I still have the video file.
That's episode 0, right, Leo?
God, you missed the gold in that.
Yeah, I know. It's just God and Friends podcast one, right? I took out the golden, right?
You took out the golden bits, man. The best bits. My favorite. I would have tuned in 3 times more than I did.
Fine, fair enough. What we're on? We were in Justice League. So, like, where do they go from here, dude? Dan the man. Like, where do you want it to go?
Invent the characters and just keep going where they're going. Because honestly, the source material is so strong.
Do you guys think the rumor is Ben Affleck really wanting out? You really believe that?
Wait,
I don't.
What's that?
Ben Affleck wants out, supposedly.
He was great.
I know, he was fantastic.
Honestly,
but if he wants out, that's gonna hurt.
Honestly, I
they
think
can replace him.
Honestly, right now, I think
not with Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm not cool with that.
I
don't know. I can't. I hate Ben Affleck being Batman. But then when I watched him, it was amazing.
I think
he always had the look. He had the great jaw.
Yeah, he had the butt chin. Yeah.
I think he's the best Bruce Wayne so far.
Well, Michael Keaton, although he's a strange Batman, but
I agree with Kelvin. I think
Bruce Wayne.
I think just in Batman and Bruce Wayne, I think Ben is the best. Yeah.
Well, honestly, it's the writing. I can't get into his character as Batman because the writing's just so off.
Yeah, he seemed too much in love with Superman with this one. We need him.
Yeah, it was so weird how everyone was.
I killed him, but we need him.
Spoiler, dumbass.
What?
Well, it happened.
It happened in this movie.
Okay.
He killed him in that fucking movie.
If you haven't seen this, you
My
really
bad,
don't.
language.
If you haven't seen Batman vs Superman, you don't care about DC. You can't get mad.
It's much better than that movie for sure.
Oh, it is. Oh my god.
It's
well,
much more paced.
Yeah.
It's much more paced, but you can still tell it's like
meshed.
it's just.
Is some of this going on?
No, I just feel like there's the fast forward button was hit on
Which movie
it.
were you watching? Oh,
Like,
well, of course. Yeah.
I felt like the fast forward button.
Batman, Superman.
No, for the new the fast forward
League?
button was just hit, and you could just tell they're just speeding through this movie in Justice League.
Yeah.
Where no, they went like negative 20 times speed on that one. They're like super slow. Like,
You know, I haven't seen.
I hate you. You hate me. I hate you.
I haven't seen the
But you hate
extended
me.
Has the extended cut even added anything to Batman vs Superman, or not really?
I don't want to
just a
talk
lot
about.
of
I don't want to talk
Was
about.
it a lot of like side scenes?
There's a
that
lot
weren't
of
really
there's a
there?
lot of time lost in that.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
A lot
No,
of
it
time,
just
a lot of money.
it fills in a couple. It fills in a couple things like some bullet points.
I didn't walk out.
Should
with
try
any
to
questions, though.
try to make.
Okay.
They try to make. I just feel bad for Lois Lane because she's just not relevant at all in this
She's not.
series.
She's not important at all.
Like I'm important. I'm gonna throw this. I'm important.
In this new one, she had a little bit of a. She
A
wasn't
little
in
bit.
it a lot, but when she was, she almost
mean,
had an important role.
I don't know. They bashed her a lot.
She's not a lovable Lois Lane, honestly.
No, she's not.
She
She's not.
she was bashed a lot. Like
Jared Leto.
no, Clark's mom. You know, was like,
Diane
oh,
Lane,
I heard.
She's nice.
No, she's like, oh, I heard you were the thirstiest reporter.
Yeah, it's like,
that was funny.
damn.
Burn.
Burn.
Even the writers are saying this.
And she just didn't seem relevant. It's a shame because her plot point in Batman vs Superman was, oh, this bullet Superman couldn't have shot. I'll show you
Right.
why. It's like,
Okay.
and no one like believed her. It's like, guys, like we see the guy shoot freaking laser beams.
Right, right.
But you're gonna tell me he holds a gun and shoots people? Yeah, like you're gonna believe that because some woman testified about it, right?
I'd watch that movie.
But that was her whole plot point, and it just didn't work.
Fell
And then
flat.
her plot point for Justice League, earmuffs, Alec,
Earmuffs, big spoilers.
earmuffs, is that she's just Superman's lover. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, earmuffs on that. Spoiler: she's in love with Superman,
Yeah,
and
well,
vice versa.
call in the big gun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're like, oh, what's gonna happen?
It was funny. I liked
I
that
thought
part
it
a
was gonna
lot,
be the
actually.
Iron
Though.
suit, like,
Yeah.
gonna come back in. But
No, I liked that.
was
She was the
alright,
big
yeah.
gun. I like
Good.
that. That was a nice twist. But you could tell they stripped a lot from it. Like the black Superman suit was all gone. They trimmed
Right.
the beard, the
They
stash.
actually, yeah, the stash
You can tell the
is
stash
actually-
It's the weirdest
yeah.
thing in the world.
It
Like,
looks
the
so
first
weird.
time you see him, his mouth is moving so weird. It's like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
But they
it's 'cause
tried
that
so
stash-
hard. They got the brighter suit. He really feels like Superman in
Yeah.
this. Except for that, scene where he fights him. He's like, "Do you believe?"
Actually, I like that whole scene.
I like it
That was
too,
pretty cool.
but
Yeah, that was pretty
but
cool.
that was still like emo Superman. But then
Yeah.
when he finally he's like, "Oh, I guess I owe him one." And
Right,
he
right.
comes back to help fight Steppenwolf, which is such a wasted villain in period, such a wasted character to begin with, and he contributed literally nothing to the movie. Where I just felt like we knew they were gonna win, like they weren't
Right,
gonna lose.
right,
like
right.
you know.
Well, it was a good, for commercials to.
He's
sell
a
it, that he
fantastic
can
actor.
Destroy planets
But
and whatnot.
you just could tell this was so CGI and just
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
The CGI in the movie throughout the whole movie kind of did throw me off, especially
Yeah.
like towards
Like
the end.
the-
You could tell, like even when the
Yeah.
guy is mopping, the janitor's that is green screen. Like that is green screen. Like it's like they're in the lab they're in. It's like, dude, really?
Yeah, a lot of the
you
scenes
couldn't
are
just
really,
use a
really
building like.
And the thing is, it really hurts because it has a weird look to it. It
Yeah.
looks very fake. It looks
Yeah, like
Yeah.
especially the red at the end.
Uh-huh.
It's just like.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, with all the red and that's how the trailer looks. You see the fake backgrounds and everything.
And the thing is, this movie is nowhere near to the gem. Like people want to hate on the critics and everything, but honestly, it's nowhere near Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is the shining
I still haven't
gem.
seen it.
It's the shining gem of this series, and it's far better than all. Like it's not even fucking close. Damn, I need to chill out.
So, but random
But-
question:
First F word.
Yeah, I always break the silence.
Yeah.
man.
Is Suicide Squad part of the
It is.
that
It
canon?
is.
I
It's
haven't seen it
connected.
either.
But now it's weird because that ending is clearly
Right.
a new ending.
No spoilers because.
Well, I won't
haven't
say
seen
it, but that new ending is a new ending, and now Suicide Squad's not really relevant.
Right.
because
Which is
them.
probably best to do because nobody liked it anyway.
It wasn't
no one
too
likes
bad.
this one either.
But the thing is, if they ruin Joker, that's a big part of Batman that you're not going to.
The Joker wasn't that.
I don't
bad.
think he was that bad.
No.
People just.
I like Leto, but
the problem
that was
is
good. Yeah.
the problem is
he was a weird Joker.
You know, it's just he's gangster Joker. I'm just not really into that.
The Joker from the Dark Knight. He's more
Heath
grounded.
Ledger,
More grounded in reality.
Yes.
Versus this one,
there's no competition with that. Different. It's just him and Jack. Actually.
Jack Nicholson wasn't grounded in reality. He was much better.
Yeah, he was really good. True. He was fantastic.
A much better character. But that's not Jared Leto's fault. That's the whole writing bit.
Exactly. And
they wanted it.
I don't know. It's just
very punk rock.
It's some of him too. It's just gangster Joker in general.
It has to do a lot with the editing.
Because he's just
he couldn't have said that.
He's like
a million tattoos.
Well, it's just like he puts his hand out like kiss it, and then he kisses it. And he's like, oh, I can tell you meant that. And he sits on the dude's lap. Like, I don't think Joker would do that.
You will never know.
I know. To me, that's not crazy. That's just rude. Like, sir,
one thing.
That's just rude. Okay?
Joker has manners.
Okay, right? If you're crazy, Joker is crazy and over the edge, but he has a purpose to it. Where this, he's just a thug.
One thing
that's just what he realized. He's just a thug. Like,
that's the
look at my chain.
That's the right.
Slight spoiler.
Look at me in the Rick Ross video.
Yeah. The one thing I don't like about Suicide Squad Joker is the fact that they made it seem that Harley Quinn and Joker are actually a couple or they're in love.
I do like that.
I don't like that at all.
I like that because it's different.
No.
It doesn't have to be the same where he always abuses Harley and stuff. I like that they're kind of, together. They want to... It's different.
No,
and I like that, and I like change.
I would kind of, like the back and forth where they're not really, but they.
Right.
I prefer overall I prefer Harley. Like she has grown so much, even in Injustice 2. I like how much farther she has come as a character that was never supposed to be a character to begin with. Yeah. In a TV show that people still love to this day.
Still on Netflix.
And now it's in now she has her own comic line and she's doing really good, and then she's like in a lesbian relationship with Poison Ivy. It gets all weird. It just gets all weird.
Some of the biggest merchandise also from DC now is Batman and Harley Quinn.
And Harley Quinn, I like that where she breaks off from Joker and becomes her own person. Mm-hmm. But in this reality, I like it. What's wrong with having a normal relationship? Like at the end, they all wanted to be. She knew she'll never get that. Like she'll never get her normal relationship. The wife, the wife and kid stuff routine that she wanted to do. And what's wrong with it? I actually like that. I think that's just different, and I like it. I'll give points for that.
Did you notice any of the music going on in Justice League? Because that was my favorite bit of the entire movie.
It's very tiny, faint Danny Elfman score, because Danny Elfman
was Danny Elfman.
But
I loved it, man.
It's very faint though. His Batman theme is super. You can't really hear it. Like I didn't even notice
because you're not supposed to. It was kind of like a little sneak. Like Batman, this is me. I did Batman, but I'm not gonna overtly do Batman again like that. Like
he already said he wouldn't do another score, but dude, crank it up a little bit.
I feel like he hit all the right tones at the right times with each of the characters. Like all the songs, you felt right.
Mm-hmm. Sorta, I felt like Suicide Squad did that a little too much.
I haven't seen the movie, Levi.
You haven't seen
Suicide? Keep going on. No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Suicide? It's interesting. No. Well, it's there's quite a few scenes that feel like a music video. And this one kind of had it a little bit.
Videos.
This one had it a little bit, but not bad. Like it was okay. I can handle it.
Justice? I mean, Justice League.
He's combining them. Because
I wanted to call it that before. So bad because it's so weird. It's actually called Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually something else like Justice League,
like a subtitle,
something.
Well, how did you guys? I want to know how you guys. Because I asked everybody else, and they already know how I feel about Flash. But how did you feel about Urza Miller as Flash?
I feel like all his best bits weren't in the trailer.
He was an okay character.
He had a couple of moments.
He was the weakest link in my opinion.
Yeah, he is. It was a weird casting.
Dalek is like 2 thumbs down.
Not that he's a bad actor or anything. It's just so weird. Mm-hmm. Him being the Flash.
Yeah, to me, he's not Barry Allen. He's Wally West.
Right.
He's second Flash, not the first Flash.
It just felt very weird.
It's just Barry Allen. Like I told you this before. The CW has the perfect Flash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He should have been in this movie.
Off camera, we have a party going on for everything Levi has been sending for the past 30 seconds.
Golden God and Friends.
So he's got half a chub right now.
Yes. 6 to midnight.
He likes approval, guys. He likes approval. So
6 to midnight.
Hit the like button if you want to see.
I need to be reassured. But, like, it's just really interesting. Like, did you see Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Great. What'd you guys think compared to Justice League? What was better?
It's not comparable.
Yeah, it's not comparable.
It has to be. It's Marvel and DC.
Completely different movies, but
two different tones.
But it literally had
completely different.
But the thing is, there was one consistent tone in Thor Ragnarok, where Justice League, there's clearly two tones. Like first, super serious Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh hey, we're lighthearted, we're buddies now, we're all friends. Right. And then it's Josh Whedon's Avengers part. I
don't like how you put an H on his name.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
First of all, let's get past that. But it's so different. Like in my head, I always compartmentalize it. Like if it were against Avengers, clearly Avengers wins. But it's like a standalone superhero movie, so I can't really compare it to one where it balanced together.
So many characters together much better than this movie did, I would say.
Yeah, but they always had that formula going.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do it well now. Ever since Avengers, they learned how to do it, and now they incorporate it with other movies.
Yeah, this is DC's kind of...
And I just feel like DC doesn't have that yet. Like, I did enjoy this movie. I gave it a favorable review, as you guys saw in the spoiler cast.
So the production team can sleep easy. It's no...
But it's not... Like, I could see the flaws in it. I could see, the flaws in it. I could see the mess in it, and people just refuse to. They're just like, "Oh, critics are stupid."
Wait, are we talking about The Room again?
No, they want a lot of people want the Zack Snyder cut of this. Mm-hmm. But I guarantee if we got that cut, it'd be Batman versus Superman again. You guys would hate it.
Joss Whedon was probably the best,
the better part,
thing that happened to it. Like it was. You can feel it was like a different tone. I was watching it. And I was really in. I was like, it was fun. I was excited. I'm like,
you could tell the reshoots too, though. Like some of Flashes where he's by himself with the other guys. You could tell where they just. You could tell that was a reshoot, like a complete reshoot of Flash.
Every time they had to,
he worked.
CG,
he did work.
CG the mustache. That was because it was after, right?
Yeah, the thing is, he's going to be the new Mission Impossible villain, and he's contractually obligated to keep the stash. Yeah. So they're like, "Hey, you got to come back," but he's like, "Dude, I can't save the stash."
It was so weird because it was weird, but you can get used to it if it was consistent. But it was like sometimes perfect. There wasn't anything with his face, and then sometimes we just like.
You could tell when they did the close up, it's noticeable, but when they pan farther, you're good.
You're okay, so I can't really tell what. Although he wasn't in it in the movie too much, but. Yeah.
Did you like the way he was brought back, though?
That was alright.
It makes
we won't spoil it for him, but
it makes no sense to the end of the last movie.
It's just the last movie's a big waste. It just really was.
Yeah, really. And
they just wasted
Doomsday. They used like big.
They wasted Doomsday. They wasted
Lex Luthor.
They wasted Superman. Like, oh, he had to die. It's so cliche.
Yeah.
So they killed him off very early. Like we all know eventually probably Captain America's gonna die in the Avengers.
Oh, you think they're gonna? What do you guys think of the Infinity War trailer?
Well, they did. They had that big moment where Thanos is over the Vision, like you called it, and
I don't. We
all know that's gonna happen.
But who else?
We don't like to think about it because the Vision's become a part of our family now.
And now he has skin.
And his albino hair.
He doesn't have blue balls anymore, probably.
So we expect it, but. Do you think they're going to have the sack to kill Tony and Captain America?
No, not Tony, because this is way too early.
Everybody thinks Tony Stark's going to die because his contract.
Well, everyone can go to hell.
Everybody's been talking about it, and that's what everyone thinks.
Everybody thinks that Captain America's going to die.
This is the thing. If they do kill those guys off, I guarantee they pull the trick with Doctor Strange, and he just uses his time gem and just rewinds time. And
unless Thanos
guarantee they're going to do it. Well, he's going to have it. He's going to complete the gauntlet. But the thing is, this is called Infinity War, but you can't think of this as Infinity War. Because it's assembling. It's just setting up the actual Infinity War, which is going to be Avengers 4.
which has no title right now.
Yeah, which is basically part 2. It's gonna be.
But I heard that it's not gonna be part 2 anymore.
Exactly, they completely.
Yeah, it's not part 1, part 2 anymore. But what I mean in movie logic
you don't think
sense.
they're gonna finish Thanos this time around?
No, this is no. This is him assembling the gauntlet.
Yeah.
This is gonna have a bad end, and then it's gonna go to Ant-Man and the Wasp. And
is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah, because that's the third one after that.
That's so strange because, I mean, Thanos is going to be like, this whole destroying the world kind of caliber, and then they're going to go to Ant-Man.
Right, so
I know, I like it. I like Ant-Man.
Where's that going to sit if it ends in a bad ending?
Or maybe
just
Ant-Man in a
trust
bad world.
Trust
right.
it. Just just trust it.
I don't trust Marvel. They always let me down.
Taika Waititi, the director from Thor Ragnarok, he did such an amazing thing with Thor that no one thought. Dan and Man.
What, actually made a good Thor movie because the first two sucked?
Like Dan and Man and I talked about that we didn't he didn't really like the first 2 Thor movies. They were kind of
they're good, but not.
But this one is such a big step up. Yeah. It's such a fantastic movie.
Watch it, got so many bits.
And the fact that Korg, who is a major character. And they turned him into such a comic relief character. Right. And it was hilarious. Yeah. It worked. His voice was, oh, hey, fella. Yeah. That's Meek. That's not Meek. That's my friend Meek.
So good.
I was this is Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I knew Doug. Yeah.
He was like, oh, wait.
And you know who that was, right?
That was the
director. He voiced in Korg.
Yeah,
it was funny.
I read that after watching the movie. And I forgot it, so it just came back to me again.
And the dude's humor, you can tell. I was watching so many interviews with him, and he's just a ball of energy, and it's just funny.
He's from South Africa or something, right?
No, he's a New Zealander.
From New Zealand.
He's a New Zealander. I like you New Zealanders.
Australia's better.
Now I like Australians too.
Now Australia and New Zealand can sleep easy.
Right.
The golden seal of approval.
That's right, but it's just funny. The tone of that movie because it had its serious moments, but it was just consistent. Where Justice League didn't have that; it had some messy moments.
The funny ones just felt somewhat out of place. It did.
The Flash, a lot of flashes did not hit with me. Yeah. A lot of it didn't hit, but some of it kind of did hit. Like where he hit the sword, like boop.
Yeah,
that was funny. He was like boop. Sorry.
I kind of wish they would have done.
That was literally no spoiler at all.
Something. I wish they would have done something similar,
that was his best part.
to Quicksilver. You know how Quicksilver
had? It had a very Quicksilver feel to it.
But it would have. Quicksilver was still better.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Movie.
Honestly, I hated how he ran.
It was weird. He ran diagonal,
bow-legged, bow-legged. It's just weird. It's just no one. You just tell me no one on set Urza.
Yeah.
Run like a normal person.
Right.
This is how I run. This is how I run.
But
no. Run like a normal person.
You know who mastered the run? The one from CW.
Dude, I haven't seen that.
You can run.
I haven't seen that one.
It's just funny. I'm just curious. I would love to be on set because I just seriously, guys. No one's gonna tell me. Is this a joke? Is this an inside joke? What should I tell him?
I guess they're like, let's not make him feel bad. Here's
good job. Here's your lollipop.
You want a cookie?
Here you want a cookie?
If he knew this was all silly, it'd be over.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's interesting stuff. I definitely think you should watch both. I think you should go see Justice League. You should see Thor Ragnarok. I know most of you probably already saw Thor. Probably one day one. But if you guys are holding out on Justice League, go see it. Even if it's the $5 theater or whatever, go see it. It's worth a watch. I would say it's worth a watch.
I saw it at a ghetto theater, and it was pretty good.
This is, the first time in cinema history that the Justice League are together. Go see it. Judge it for yourself. You be the judge.
But I guess the question was, if you have only $10 and you can only see one, which one would you say?
Oh, for me, hands down, Thor.
Yeah.
Hands down, Thor. Thor was a much better movie. Over around.
If you want to have more fun, but if you like, DC or...
I mean, if you're biased, you're going to go to whichever company you like better. Yeah. But if you're...
Well, I'm more of a... I'm not going to lie. I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I love DC too. I love Batman. Batman's always been one of my favorites. I love Flash. He's been one of my favorites. Green Lantern, it's a shame he's not in this movie. I like him a lot.
It's kind of cool how they kind of...
Yeah, they teased it a little bit, yeah. But it's... it's just Batman's done well. I'm okay with Flash. I feel like he'd be palled around in a lot of movies, though. He'll pal around with Cyborg and stuff. Or Aquaman or something. But compare Marvel just casted these characters right so far. And they took the time, like you said, they took the time to build these guys right. But I do think Justice League will, even though it's it's $100 million loss for, Warner Brothers, I think it set the tone right because they sold people on Aquaman. Jason Momoa is fantastic. He can do it. Aqua Bro's cool. Drinking whiskey and throwing bottles in the ocean.
No, he was good.
Ray Fisher's awesome cyborg. He can carry his own movie. I liked how he was struggling.
Really carry his, I wanted to see.
I loved it. He was He was like a central.
It was kind of
part
weird
of the movie.
when you think about the Teen Titans cyborg from the show, and the cyborg. They're just two completely different beasts.
Well, if you ever watch the original Teen Titans, it's like that. It's like this. He's very serious. Teen Titans Go is a lot of people don't like that. I love comedy, so I like that a lot. So. And he still does his catchphrase, a little bit. We won't spoil it when or where, but go watch it. It's pretty cool. It's a nice moment.
And for people like me who don't know what his catchphrase is, you won't catch it at all.
But it's good. It's worth a watch. It is.
I've always felt like DC and Marvel,
but it's not better than Thor.
No, Marvel movies are always better, but the cartoons are always DC.
I agree with that. 100%.
Usually their animated films are great, but a lot of the few ones they did lately, I'm not a big fan of. Like Batman, Harley Quinn.
Honestly,
I was like,
I did not enjoy the Killing Joke, the animation.
No,
Joke was, I
did not enjoy it.
No, the bat sex didn't need to happen.
Yeah,
but they did it. They did it because it's so short. Like I have the comic right there, and it's super short. It's like 40 pages at most. The comic. So it's like, how do you turn an hour movie?
You stretch.
It's like, but they're like, they wanted you to sympathize with Barbara Gordon a little bit, but it's just not her character. I just don't think Bruce would just bang her like that. It just seems like, I'm sorry, I'm not discreet with that. Sorry, but it just comes out of the blue. They like fight and they're like,
Wait, which part wasn't discreet? You're like, banged. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the censored version.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm with you. Like, it's not as good. It's not as good as the one-shot comic. The one-shot comic has more potent imagery, and when you try to do it in a style like that, it just doesn't work.
To me, the animation was just very off because it felt like straight to TV animation.
Yeah. Well, technically, that's what it really is.
No, but like some of the other animations look a lot better. They're very well animated.
Year one was it was designed to look like the comic book. This one had a very Scooby-Doo kind of touch to it. Or you can tell it was WB.
Old Man Jenkins. We knew it. We know it was Old Man Jenkins.
We knew it was a Joker.
Okay.
The Joker backstory was very, very.
It's a very sad. He had a wife. He had a wife and kid, and
but
he got thrown into this. He definitely should not. He needed money, so he got thrown with these sharks. And
but they could have made it darker. They could have made it look and feel.
Yeah, you're right. The comic does a better job at that.
The animation could have been more mature looking.
Yeah,
you're right. Sense. No, you're right. More bad sex. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But it's even that scene where he paralyzes Barbara. It's not potent enough.
Right.
I know it sounds wrong. But even I say Arkham, is it Arkham? I think Arkham Knight had a better scene of that. It was horrifying.
Spoiler.
Dude, if you haven't played Arkham Knight, which is like $10 now, come on.
I haven't played it yet. So
really?
I'm still on Origins.
Oh wow.
My God. You don't even have to play that one. Just play Knight. It completes the trilogy.
Yeah, because Origins is the
it's before.
I had trouble getting into it, honestly.
Really?
Like I've started it.
Well, it's a different studio, dude.
City was so great. Arkham City was.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's still, after beating Arkham Knight, City's still the best one by far.
Really?
Yeah, by far. It's my favorite. I do like Knight a lot, but I feel like you're too much in the Batmobile, and I'm not a fan of that.
Whenever they try to make it,
and it's not really the Batmobile. It's like a tank. You're just in tank mode the whole time.
Well, that's what the movies made the Batmobile. They've been tank.
True, but it looks cooler there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the movies?
Yeah, in the movies.
Honestly, I don't remember what the thing looked like.
Yeah, I liked his Batmobile in the movie. Even Batman Returns. Batman vs Superman. Yeah, I liked his Batmobile. Mm-hmm. I liked the tech in it. I thought it was cool. It's just interesting. DC finds themselves in a hard place. I just feel like I've said it all along, and I hate to say it. I hate how he had to leave on, with a bad tragedy. But Zack Snyder really needs to go. Like they don't have that Kevin Feige. They don't have that guy that just oversees all the movies and makes sure.
That was never Zack Snyder. That was kind of technically supposed to be
he's
Christopher Nolan, but they didn't give him.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have that guy though. They don't have a Kevin Feige. They don't have someone to be like, "Hey, Zach, this looks great, but let's change it up a little bit something." It's just they don't have that. Like the greatest example I would say is I watched an interview with Taika Waititi, and they asked him like how'd you feel with Thor and how you pitched this to them. He's like, I pitched it to them, let them know that it was going to be like this. They liked it, but they would steer me from the iceberg when I needed it. So they didn't have their hands in it. They're just like, hey, dude, this is great. We like the direction, but hey, turn the boat a little bit. Just steer the boat a little bit. And they don't have that with Zack Snyder and Josh Whedon. Then you're like, hey, Josh Whedon, can you just fix the movie? And it's like, no.
That's what pretty much happened.
And then it's a shame because now Zack Snyder's really the scapegoat. But I feel like he never belonged, to be honest. Like, even though I like Man of Steel, I thought it was good.
Man of Steel and Watchmen.
And Watchmen's fantastic. And 300. And 300's good.
300 was fun.
Yeah, that's his probably Mystique movie. Probably his best,
That and Watchmen.
Yeah.
But I feel
I don't think Watchmen did that well, though.
No,
but it was good.
Yeah.
No, I like it,
how
but
well it did.
But 300 did
right.
amazing. Like it did really well. That's his shining.
That was his breakthrough.
That's his shining crown movie.
But
I just think they need a Kevin Feige. They need someone to see, to steer the ship a little bit. Because these guys, every time they get a chance to steer, they don't steer it right. Well, and who did steer it right? Is the director for Wonder Woman. You know why? Because she fought hard for that movie to be the way it was. She didn't take any crap from Warner Brothers. She didn't want them messing around with it, and it worked. And now to the point where they have to pony up to pay for her now because Marvel was going to sign her. And it was a funny story, all this story, it was an interesting story because Wonder Woman's their shining crown. And if you haven't seen Wonder Woman, seriously, guys, go watch Wonder Woman. It's really fantastic.
But I'm sexist.
Yeah.
That's going to go against all my views.
But it's Gal Gadot is such a great Wonder Woman, and she really gets to shine in that movie. And all my fears I had with that movie, it's like, oh, crap. It's Captain America all over again. S.H.I.E.L.D., World War I, 100 years behind. But no, it's a really well-made story, and it's nothing like Captain America. And that's why I like the trailer made it seem totally like Captain America. But it's honestly a much better movie than that.
Yeah, I didn't
It's really good.
Captain
really
America, their first one was like...
It was just a setup.
The 2/3.
Yeah.
2/3 was great, and then the end, it was just like, what? That was awful.
It's just a setup, like some of those movies. But they're doing really good. I'm excited for Black Panther, for Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm excited for, Infinity War Part 1, technically. But it's just going to be called Infinity War. And I'm excited for... Probably the most one I'm excited for is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, for sure.
That
for
movie.
Sure.
So what else did you guys want to talk about?
Nothing.
How are you, Leo?
Nothing more. We did talk about an hour and 20. I mean, it's pretty good. We talked some movies, talked some games a little bit. Game of the year. Was there nothing else you really wanted to bring up?
No.
We talked about Shape of Water, the newest movie that's coming out, DC Marvel battle. Like, what do you guys prefer before we go? Like, what do you guys prefer, the Marvel movies or the DC movies?
So right now, Marvel all the way.
In general, do you prefer Marvel or DC? Like, and
I
more
enjoy both.
Yeah,
just about the same. But movie wise, Marvel.
Yeah, it's definitely the safe answer, Marvel. And DC, I love DC, and I love Marvel too. But DC definitely have to get their act together.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the creative team that they need,
right?
And they really jumped into this kind of premature. Zack Snyder is a great filmmaker. There were some beautiful shots in Justice League, but
Dan likes the video porn.
He didn't have in Always too. He didn't have like a good writing team. Like he's not a great
script writer.
Yeah, like he's not great at saying, "Oh, well, that doesn't look right," but he'll make it look pretty.
Batman jumps.
Right.
What's more to the scene? No, that's good.
He'll make it look pretty.
Yeah.
He'll do it all up, and there's like lightning coming through, and
like he was totally in. Like Dan, just like the opening scene for Batman versus Superman, and it's just his mom, the gun in her mouth. And
I loved it.
Like he was just 6 to midnight. Dan the man was.
That was great. I was complete.
Martha.
6 to midnight. I was having my popcorn. And then I almost spilled it. And I'm like,
oh my god, that visual porn.
You can see the gun moving, every bit of it.
But I'm with you. I think DC needs to, and I think they like Wonder Woman's their shining gem, and they need to follow that more than anything. And it's a shame because Justice League is what I feared. It was like 2 steps behind. You know,
honestly, I'll be damned if I follow a woman. Sorry, my sexist views are coming out.
No, it's really good, and I like how they handled that in Wonder Woman. I won't spoil it, but watch it. It doesn't get too PC at all. They just run right over it, and I like it, and it's good. It's a well-made movie, and it's a shame, that Justice League should be that caliber. It should be that caliber, and it's not. It's not even nowhere near it, and it's a shame. It's really a 5 out of 6 movie, but I gave it a 7 because it's worth a watch. I'm a big superhero fan. Go see it. Go see it. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. But what about video game wise? Where do they go from here? Like, we know we got a Marvel Spider-Man. Is there going to be a new Batman game? A new, I know Injustice is very popular. Like, what do you guys expect? Do you guys want a new Batman game, or did you want something different? Did you want Superman game?
Superman, heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's been too many Batman games as of right now. We got the Telltale games.
Because the rumor is they're doing another Rocksteady Batman game.
As long as it's different.
Because
I don't know. Like, I'm not in love with Superman. Like, I've never been into Superman. I've always been into Batman. I like the Batman stuff more. But I really like Henry Cavill.
He's a Superman. handsome guy. Every time he's on screen,
he's a handsome guy. He's a fantastic Superman, and he really gets to shine in Justice League. For once, he finally gets to shine.
It's the scene, right?
Yeah. With that scene, he definitely gets to shine, and it feels great. Just to see the suit perfectly right. It's not dark. It's bright. The smile, the everything. Like, he gets to be Superman. And the point where I like it. I enjoy it. But I just don't know if I would enjoy it as a video game. Like, I don't know.
It'll be fun to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Batman more because he's not super. He doesn't have any powers. He's just a normal dude. A rich, normal dude that, just has some daddy issues, mommy and daddy issues for sure. So it's interesting to see where they go from here. Like, what do you guys want to see, though, in video games? Because the Spider-Man game is like everything I have ever wanted for a Spider-Man in a video game.
Spider-Man as a linear game will not work whatsoever.
Which one?
Yeah. A Spider-Man game as a linear game?
I mean,
the linear,
the 64 game was there, but after that...
Which one?
Shattered Dimensions. Never played that one.
I heard Shattered Dimensions is really good. A lot of people remember. A lot of people
That's
remember
the one with the symbiote, right?
A lot of people remember this one. A lot of people like this one.
Never played that one.
Spider-Man oh my gosh, that was the best
Spider-Man
game.
The film was fantastic.
It was like the first time it really opens up like that, and you have open world.
You're right.
It worked really, really well.
It shouldn't be linear, and it's not. It definitely doesn't look like that. But what I really love about Sony's video games is just they give the title a lot of respect. They let them do this thing. Even the Marvel reps, when they were talking about it, they're like, we went to Insomniac because they knew Insomniac and Sony, they knew because they were going to respect our content. We want more serious content now of video games. We don't want like those movie tie-in games that they want, Marvel video games to be
they
really...
have not done any more of those games as movie tie-in games.
Yeah, I know. It's you don't see those anymore, really. Honestly, they're like all dead now.
They don't work anymore,
yeah, they don't. You don't really see them.
Ever since Batman Begins and Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
there was a couple more after that. I think they made a Captain America game.
No, they did a Thor, Captain America.
Never heard of that. Oh, Iron Man. I remember.
They did 2 Iron Mans. Yeah.
They did a Hulk game as well. They did a Wolverine game too for the Wolverine.
Yeah, that was really good.
Like
that one was really cool. It was violent and stuff. He stabs the dude in the helicopter stairs.
It's like ironically that was more violent than the movie itself.
It was. It was. The movie wasn't violent at all.
No.
Logan was great.
Yeah.
So
that was a great movie.
Since we're at the end and we're waiting for Star Wars, Ep.8, what was your favorite movie you watched this year so far? We've watched a lot. I watched a lot.
Wow.
For me, I'll let you guys think. For me, it was I'm pretty biased, and you guys know my favorite superhero is I have top two favorites. I have Wolverine and Spider-Man. But for me, Spider-Man, as much as how amazing Logan was, it's one of the best movies this year.
I forgot about Logan.
Spider-Man Homecoming was my favorite this year. That was my favorite movie this year I've seen. I was very scared of Tom Holland, but he was fantastic. It was just a fun movie. It was just a perfect mix. And Michael Keaton as the Vulture was perfect. He was fantastic.
He was.
So, your turn, guys. What was your favorites?
I'm going to have to go either With Your Name or It.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. You threw an anime in there. High five, brother.
Okay, that's your name? I was like, wait, your name? Like,
I heard that anime is effing fantastic. I need to check it out. I need to watch it. Wow. I want to do an anime time on it.
Levi's saying effing.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold off.
For the younger audience, for the little kiddos.
Yeah, if you notice in my old video, it's okay, Dalek. Don't worry, you're fine.
It's not very.
It's just boxes. It's just boxes.
$200 boxes.
You okay?
My Reinhardt.
He already ruined my Reinhardt anyway.
That was all Best Buy.
Yeah, it was Best Buy. Yeah, it was all. It's all dinged up and stuff from the shipping.
Shameless plug right there.
But yeah, shameless plug. What was yours, Dan the Man?
It's probably a tie between because I forgot Logan, and when you said Logan, I remember how great that was.
It was. It was fantastic.
There's also this movie earlier this year. I think it was this year that came out about the founding of McDonald's. It was called The Founder.
Oh yeah,
it was really good.
I did hear about that.
So Logan and McDonald's, nice.
Yeah, Logan and The Founder.
What about you, Dalek? What's your favorite one you watched so far?
Guardians 2.
Guardians 2. Yeah, I like that one a lot too. That was fantastic.
I haven't seen that one.
All right, so we'll end it on one more movie. And I just remembered it was Star Wars Ep.8. So what are you guys' expectations? The last movie of the year, realistically, for us?
I hope that Mark Hamill is the villain or something.
I think they're going to kill him. I think he's dead.
That'll be an easy way out. Like, I don't think there's too much emotional connection with that. Because he barely was in the first movie. And people love him. But it's just, if they kill him, it's going to be, okay.
You're old.
Yeah, pretty much. You're old.
It'd be pretty funny. You know how Kylo Ren killed his dad? That,
Whoa, spoiler.
Oh my god, Kelvin.
We have to edit all of this.
That this chick kills,
Luke? Do you think that's good? They keep teasing this the trailer before this, I wasn't a fan of. It looked too much like episode 5.
Yeah.
But this last trailer was fantastic. And they're really playing with you. Do you think they do the flipperoo here? You think Rey goes bad and then Kylo goes good?
No. I think that would be super interesting that's something that they'd be doing.
That scene where he reaches his hand out is a completely different scene.
Yeah.
From what
it'd be pretty cool.
Like, they make it seem like he's right in that moment. No, it's not. It's a completely different shot.
It'd be pretty cool because we've never seen a female Sith.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
You think they really seem like they're tugging on that a little bit, and it's interesting. Do you think... So you're saying they don't have the balls to do it?
No, they're going to play it safe.
Agree, yeah.
They don't have the balls to do it. So
you
expect this to be good? Do you expect this to be...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Disney is very much hoarding to the fan audience, and they're pretty much dictating everything.
Yeah. Did that last trailer fix all the concerns you had? I had a lot of concerns. I thought this was going to be episode 5 all over again.
No, not
it's
really.
kind of going
I knew it was gonna
be I'm going to go anyway. Star Wars. I freaking love Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars? I love Star Wars,
I like Star Wars. I don't love it.
I still have my original X-Wings and stuff in the shed and everything. I'm a big fan of Star Wars. You expect this to be better than Rogue One and Episode 7 though?
Rogue One was a great movie.
Rogue One,
but it's so un-Star Wars.
I can't wait for the sequel.
It was so much Star Wars though.
In some ways, but it felt...
The joke went over people's head.
Which one?
I said I can't wait for the sequel for Rogue One.
Rogue 2.
It made what?
Finn.
Right.
Finn. Credits roll. It's going to be interesting. I hope they play with that a little bit more. I hope that's just not a trailer thing because that was a brilliant script and trailer.
It's going to be a fun movie.
That was a great trailer, period. Tugging between heartstrings there. Is she going to do it? Is she not going to do it? Is Luke going to do it? Is he not going to do it?
That Kylo killed Leia also.
And then they show the two of them feeling each other. Yeah.
You think he's gonna kill his mom?
I mean, she's already dead.
Oh well, yeah. I don't know how they're gonna. That'd be weird if they did, and she just happened to.
Well, he in the trailer he made it seem like to go full evil, he has to get rid of everybody from his past, and it shows like he's gonna shoot. But I don't know.
I think what's gonna instead of Ren going evil and like them switching sides, he's just gonna
go
full Darth Vader, and then and then their bad guy's gonna be like the big Sith.
So lava
like,
pit,
like
lava
what's his
pit,
name?
okay.
Smog.
Lava pit, losing arms. Vader 2.0.
Right. That's
maybe they'll give him
that's what it was.
Maybe they'll give him like a machine gun arm. That'd be cool. Switch it up.
The Evil Dead.
In all seriousness, I think it will be good. I was really concerned about it, to be honest with you, because as much as I enjoy Episode 7 a lot, but it is totally A New Hope, like shot from shot almost.
Because
I want them to take a shot, and they did. I understood the purpose of Episode 7. It's like, hey guys, trust us, we can do it. We're gonna make a good Star Wars movie, but let's just give this to you right now, and that's how I took it as. Now I want to see some chances and do some different things, and it looks like they're going to do that. But you're right, maybe that's just a trailer thing,
right.
But I like it. It makes me intrigued.
There's definitely, one thing I have to...
I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy. But,
you want to go
Dick?
One thing I have to accept is that all three different trilogies have a different feel to it.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And this one, I wanted it to kind of go another way. But this is just kind of the feel. It's a little bit more, very Disney, very to the fans, and
like the first one was just straight fan service. That's what it was. The first one. But then you have Rogue One. That was a very dark movie.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I liked how there was no happy ending in that one. I like that. But do you guys believe in Star Wars fatigue? Like, do you think a movie every year is gonna
Not really, because they're doing the same thing with Marvel. We're getting
and everyone's always waiting for how many.
They're really invested. Right. Well, like Thanos is like 10 years in the making, so we're all like, yes!
Because I think next year we're getting
kill everybody.
We're getting Infinity War. We're getting Black Panther. We're getting like 3 or 4 movies.
We're getting 3: Infinity War. No, we're getting Black Panther, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
See?
Those are the 3.
So that's
I don't know. I'm so invested in that though. I like that.
I'm still waiting.
We're not like as much as I love Star Wars and invested we are in it. I think it's a real possibility. Like I don't think people want to see the same thing over and over.
Right.
Marvel's not giving us the same thing. Thor is completely different than what I thought.
And
it was
the thing is, they're different superheroes.
It became a lighthearted comedy. And it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No, the thing with the MCU is like they're all different superhero movies versus Star Wars. We're still set,
but they take a lot of chances too, though.
No, but with Star Wars, we're still with the same characters, same universe. So that could cause a fatigue. But on the other hand, every year, I think if they're not making a numbered movie, it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna be too much of a fatigue.
Yeah.
It's
true.
different enough, but I think the only people who would fall by the wayside will be casual people
exactly.
who don't even like it that much, but they
because I really like Rey. Like I like Rey. I think she's a fantastic protagonist. Yeah, and I want to see her journey.
And she's fun to watch on screen.
And I feel like this is supposed to be a passing of a torch, to the new crew. But they haven't done a satisfying job yet. Like I didn't feel like
it's just one movie.
Yeah, I know. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's just one movie, but it's just amazing how people really that movie did really well. It exploded, but it's funny how opinions change over the years, and people are like, you're right. It's really like episode 4 to a T. Yeah. That doesn't hinder me watching it because I enjoyed that movie. I understood its purpose.
Because from my understanding,
I'm just saying for episode 8, I just want
because with episode 7, which pretty much was them to introduce new fans while pleasing older fans.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's what it was. It was
a real tough, hard place for them to be at, and I guess they pulled it off.
They did for absolutely.
Yeah. It was just a love letter for the old fans, but an introduction to new fans.
Yeah. I thought it was whatever. I wasn't wowed by it.
Yeah.
I love even the prequels and whatnot, and I hope this one really takes a turn like 1 as opposed to
Hayden
2.
Christensen will never be in Star Wars lore again.
If you watch episode 1 and episode 2, it's like a completely different movie. There's only a handful of people who are in between that you can say, okay, well, I know him, but everything is, the whole feel of it was different. I like that, because that's really taking a shot. That's doing something completely different.
You talking about episode 3?
No, episode 1 to episode 2. It's just a completely different tone, different everything. They even changed up a bunch of different characters.
Yeah.
Anakin's not the same. He's the protagonist.
Right.
Yeah, but a baby.
He's a bitch.
It's just interesting. So we'll end it on that, kiddies. I want to thank Kelvin, Dalek, who you can't see, Dan the Man, the preacher himself, returning to his glorious role in Golden God and Friends podcast. Episode up here.
5 billion.
Up here. I don't.
5 billion. We made that giant landmark.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks for being on. Did you have fun for your first episode?
Sure. Yeah, I did. Cool.
We got to bring you back on for anime time then, because I want to talk about your name. I want to watch it first.
Your Name's a great movie.
I want to see that. I like how you brought that on there. Any last words, Dalek? Dan the Man, thank you again, brother. Glad you're back. Kelvin, thank you so much. GG Nation, GG Legion, your fella Straussman the GG. That's Kelvin. That's Dan the Man, and we're outie.